Salutations, my name is Summer and this is Sterling Reads, and I want to talk about the 500 book challenge. So I guess I heard about this backwards because I first heard about it from Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads, and he sent me to David Wiley. David Wiley sent me to Michael K. Vaughan. Michael K. Vaughan then talked about Ollie, and I have been subscribed to these guys from the very beginning. It's just I haven't been on YouTube all that much. So I missed some videos along the way. Anyway, I'll link everybody down below and I'll tell you this challenge is very simple. And I'll tell you about my rules. And here is Sylvie. Let's not show your butt. So the rules are read 500 books of your own books before you buy any more books. I mean, simple enough, right? So yeah, first thing, since I decided to do this challenge, every single day I have been deleting emails of Black Friday book sales. Now it's everywhere. So yeah, I just delete. I have a book buying problem. So I've counted so far 824 unread books. But I say so far because I have 43 boxes of books that are a mixture of read and unread. So I don't quite know. Yeah, those are my jeans. I don't quite know how many unread books I have. But the challenge is to read 500. I have more than 500 in this area. This is a book cart. I wish that you could actually see it. My mom gifted it to me. I love it because I can cart it around from room to room if I want. And I actually keep it on the end of my bed so that way when I'm laying in bed I can see. I try to keep books that I plan to read soon, like my TBR, on there. This bookshelf is a small bookshelf, but it is double stacked of books. And then I have these double stacked back behind me. So I have books everywhere. I am working 2 jobs right now. That's why I haven't been making too many videos. One of my jobs is at third shift. It's called the Lighthouse. It's like a juvenile detention center kind of for boys. So all night long, I have to check. Every 15 minutes, I have to check to make sure the boys are still in their room and they haven't escaped. And so much fun. But I do have some time to read, which, in other jobs I haven't had that, if I can keep myself awake. It's been difficult. So where to start? Let's see. My rules are simple. I'm just not going to buy any books until I have read 500. I have every genre under the sun. I have a shelf over there, it's a small shelf like this. It is full of sci-fi, read, unread books, fantasy, and then the bookshelf beside it is all my classics. There's read, unread books over there also. So I have a ton of books. But how I figure it, if there's a book that comes out, like in April, Charles Frazier's new book, I think it's called The Trackers. He's a favorite author of mine. If I want to read that book, which I will, I'll just order it from my library. I knew this was going to happen. And let's just get rid of the temptation. Order it from the library. If it's a book that I absolutely love, which I'm sure I will write it on a list. And I will have a list of books that I would like to have in my library when I'm done and finished with this 500 book challenge. Also, this is to help me, number one, change my spending habits. I'm working 2 jobs because I'm in a lot of debt. Not buying books will help me pay my debt off faster. And I also want my library. I don't want to be surrounded by books. I want to be surrounded by books that I love, that I want to reread, and that I'm excited to read. So I'll always have some unread books, but I want to be smarter about how I'm buying them. So anyway, I have finished 3 books so far since starting this 500 book challenge. I'm keeping track of it on, here she comes again, I think. I'm keeping track of it on Goodreads. I have a shelf that says 500 book challenge. And I, of course, have my handy book that I've had since 2015 of all the books that I've read. I have a special section for the 500 books. because I usually just do it yearly. So the books that I have finished so far is I've read, there's 3 short stories in here by Truman Capote. It's A Christmas Memory, One Christmas, and The Thanksgiving Visitor. Now, I heard about this book from Matthew over at Mayberry Book Club. He has a video, which I'll try to link the video. If not, I'll just link his channel. I'm linking everybody's channel of who I've talked about. I think the video was called It's Fruitcake Weather. So anyway, but that's where I've heard of this. I read it, I'm keeping it. It was the first book I read on the challenge. The second book I finished was Laughing at My Nightmare by Burcaw. He is a YouTuber. You can just type in his name and find him. I forget the name of him and his wife's channel. It's a strange name. It's their nicknames of each other. Anyway, this was a wonderful story about his life when he was younger. I thought it was wonderful. I am not going to keep it though. I am going to give it to my niece who is turning 15 in a couple days. I think she'll really appreciate it. And the third book I read was Caroline by Sarah Miller. This is, like it says, Little House Revisited. It just takes the story and she writes, she follows, like she keeps the characters, of course, and their personalities stay pretty much the same as you know them. But yeah, I thought it was really good. I'm going to see if my mom wants it, but I'm not going to keep it in my library. So those are the 3 books I've finished. I'm excited about this. I really don't see it as going to be that hard at the moment, but that could change. I'm sure I will have moments. I'm used to saying, oh yeah, I don't spend money on anything except for my cats and books and food. And I'm trying to change my diet now because I've been eating so unhealthy, but that's a whole different subject. Anyway, I might take pictures of my unread books and put them on Instagram, but I have not been on Instagram for months. So we'll see if I can find the time to do that. I would like to thank all the people who are doing this. I'm excited to hear about how you guys are doing, and if you have any temptations that you can't resist. I know we all love books, and clearly some of us have problems about how many we buy. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you have any issues with buying books. And I think I forgot. So yeah, one of my rules is I can read whatever I want. So I can order books from the library. They do not count, of course, towards my 500 because there are 500 books, unread books that I own. But I don't feel like I'm going to be missing out on anything because I'm going to be reading books from the library also. But it probably will take me over 4 years to do this. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving and that you're enjoying what you're reading. Let me know down below if you're reading anything that you're enjoying. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.